at this amazing view. Hi there, friends. It's been a while since you've seen me, and a lot of things happened. I think my latest videos have been about like 8 months or longer ago, where I was in a period of heavy personal spiritual transformation, and I was also seeking that out a lot. I was seeking out these intense transformational type things. Like I was doing ayahuasca, I was doing kambo, and these things, you know, they make rapid transformations happen, and they even made them happen so much so that I fell into psychosis, actually, in the beginning of December 2017. And last year really has been an intense year full of suffering, actually, for me. Really going in a downward spiral, whereas the period before that I've been in a very much upward spiral, and life was amazing, you know. After I did ayahuasca, I went to San Francisco and things were flowing. I was meeting incredible people, synchronicities happened. Then as I got back to Belgium, I couldn't quite stabilize my insights and that kind of profound awareness I had developed. And I had this business idea I wanted to start like a vegan McDonald's, but I got so stuck in my mind, basically, in the negative beliefs I had and the negative patterns. And even after such a long spiritual search, I still stumbled upon the basic human condition, really. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about today was actually my experience of a 2-week yoga intensive retreat. I'm here at Hridaya Yoga. I didn't really take a lot of footage because I really wanted to be involved in the process, and also I was very much in my ego when I arrived here, so much so that I was just afraid to have people see me with my camera around and stuff. But yeah, these past 2 weeks I came in with an anxious, agitated, depressed mind, and actually a week before this I did a 4-day meditation retreat, which was nice, and it helped, but it still didn't do anything to solve the depression I was having. And what was interesting though is that during that 4-day meditation retreat I could kind of see the mechanics of that depression trying to establish itself constantly by telling stories, and I could really see that mechanism in play, but I wasn't able to fully like dismantle it or let it dissipate fully enough. And so I decided, I really realized then that I really lost myself big time over the last year, and that I had to further on this spiritual path before I could even start, you know, with working on my number one problem in life right now, which is like finding my purpose and my work orientation, my goals. But as long as my mind isn't disciplined, then I'm stuck in this illusion of Maya, as they say, my own emotions and thoughts and perceptions that are not based on reality, then I can't progress in the real world. So I decided, okay, I need something more, I need something deeper. So I looked up and I found this 2-week yoga retreat and decided to check it out, since it was coming up fast and it wasn't too expensive. I made some arrangements that I could sleep in my tent here, and so it was affordable. About this 2-week experience then, huh? First days I was noticing a lot of involuntary movements as we went through the asanas, the physical movements of yoga. Yoga as introduced by Patanjali, which is this old wise man, the founder of yoga, they say, who wrote the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. One of his limbs, one of the more important ones, perhaps, you can decide about that yourself, are the asanas, the physical movements. And as I was doing these, the first days I noticed a lot of involuntary movements every time I went to go into one of these asanas. Like my body started twitching or shaking and doing weird stuff. And it was very recognizable from the period I was doing lots of ayahuasca. Well, lots, I only did once, but after I did ayahuasca, I had a lot of involuntary movements coming up in my body, and apparently it's just energy that is being cleared out of the nadis, or the energetic kind of lines we have running through our bodies. The yogis call it the nadis, the Taoists have other names for it. There's basically energy channels running through our bodies, and sometimes these get blocked or yeah, mainly blocked, or some shit get its way, and it can be emotions, it can be energies, it can be anything that really blocks those passages. So because of that, when energy gets stuck, the limb will also kind of like, instead of the energy having flow outwards, it will just like twitch and something. And that's what happened to me. So first days that was happening, and then I spoke with a teacher about it, and he told me the right way to go about it, which was just like allowing it, but not allowing it too much. And it's like finding the perfect balance. This retreat was very much also about the opening of the heart, and the first days I was very confused about that. Like, they told us to go in the heart space and all those things, and I was trying to go about it from my mind. But after the first week I started noticing some energy building up in my chest here. I felt this warm disc, and I noticed that I wanted to start hugging people, and that was fun. You know, I started feeling this joy for being alive again after being so depressed for a long time. I want to conclude this by saying that I kind of found myself again, but the journey is far from over. I think it will never really be. And what I learned is that yoga is way more subtle than ayahuasca or any of those things, but it definitely works as well. It just works slower and more subtle. So this is more of the sustainable journey towards enlightenment or a happier life, and I'm willing to incorporate and see where this path takes me. Yeah.